So we're like 5 minutes into this. First puzzle's up. I'm very curious if an overall leaderboard. Wait. Have a... First 100 users to get both stars on day 1. Did this really fill up in 2.5 minutes? Hot damn. And here I was worried about, like, maybe possibly solving this in the top 100. Well, needn't have worried about that. Let's carry on. Hello, Amber Dragon. How are you? I'm beginning my too many advent calendars. I am not going to keep up with doing all of the advent calendars every day. I already know this. I know, it's Christmas coding countdown time already. Alright, let's get the puzzle input. Oof, that's a lot of input. Copy. We need a new file. Paste. We're gonna save this as... oh goodness, not over here. Oh, shush. Input.txt. Okay. Working on the first tree ornament for December 1st. Alright, so I got a whole bunch of numbers. Don't know what that's gonna be good for just yet. I guess I should read it. Historian hysteria. The chief historian is always present. How's my audio volume, by the way, with the music? I last minute realized I couldn't have the music I wanted on the stream. Okay. Chief historian is always present for the big Christmas sleigh launch, but nobody has seen him in months. Last anyone heard, he was visiting locations that are historically significant to the North Pole. A group of senior historians has asked you to accompany them as they check the places they think he was most likely to visit. As each location is checked, they will mark it on their list with a star. They figure the chief historian must be in one of the first 50 places they'll look. So in order to save Christmas, you need to help them get 50 stars on their list before Santa takes off on December 25th. Collect stars by solving puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day in the advent calendar. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first. Each puzzle grants 1 star. Good luck. Right, that's just the intro to the whole thing. You haven't even left yet, and the group of elvish senior historians has already hit a problem. Their list of locations to check is currently empty. Eventually, someone decides that the best place to check first would be the chief historian's office. Upon pouring into the office, everyone confirms that the chief historian is indeed nowhere to be found. Instead, the elves deliver an assortment of notes and lists of historically significant locations. This seems to be the planning the chief historian was doing before he left. Perhaps these notes can be used to determine which locations to search. Throughout the chief's office, the historically significant locations are listed not by name, but by a unique number called the location ID. To make sure they don't miss anything, the historians split into 2 groups, each searching the office and trying to create their own complete list of location IDs. There's just one problem. By holding the two lists up side by side, your puzzle input, it quickly becomes clear that the lists aren't very similar. Maybe you can help the historians reconcile their lists. For example, splot of numbers. Maybe the lists are only off by a small amount. To find out, pair up the numbers and measure how far apart they are. Pair up the smallest number in the left list with the smallest number in the right list, then the second smallest left number and the second smallest right number, and so on. Within each pair, figure out how far apart the two numbers are. You'll need to add up all of those distances. For example, if you pair up a 3 from the left with a 7 from the right, the distance apart is 4. And if you pair up a 9 with a 3, the distance apart is 6. In the example list above, the pairs and distances would be as follows. Smallest number in the left is 1. Smallest number in the right is 3. The distance between them is 2. Second smallest is 2. Second smallest is 3. The distance between them is 1. Third smallest, okay. Get all your distances, find the largest number. Okay. To find the total distance between the left list and the right list, add up the distances between all of the pairs you found. In the example above, this is blah 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 blah, total distance of 11. Your actual left and right lists contain many location IDs. What is the total distance between your lists? Sound stays at the volume, music is fine, but if you want to talk at a lower volume. Okay, what if I just bring the microphone closer to my face? How about that? This feels very in my face. Alright, well, step 1. Take my basic file input from my snippet and stick it in here. Okay, so that'll give me each line, and then I need the line split into tokens. There's a way to do that. Oh, look at that, it's tokenized. Tokenizing the input. Requires one, which must be a callable object, replies the same interface. Oh, this is... no, that's not what I need. Oops. Nope, I do not want to split on that. The microphone's in the way of my keyboard, I can't see. Okay, tokens should be an array of 2. And now... I want list 1 is going to be an array. Oops, no, it's going to be an array. And list 2 is... for the love of... going to be an array. So now... list 1 is going to append tokens 0, and list 2 is going to append tokens 1. That should give me everything on the left in list 1 and everything on the right in list 2. Now I think I want to sort these. Smallest to biggest. I don't think I need to reverse it. I'm pretty sure this happens in place, so I don't need to reassign it. For I in range 0 to arbitrarily list 1 dot length. Now, diff is gonna be... Okay, so now my issue is one of the numbers is bigger than the other. I wish there was a method, darling. Is there not? I know like 10 different programming languages. I don't always remember the syntax. Oh, of course it's that. There we go. Anyway, how are you, oh my god, Raikug? I'm so certain I didn't pronounce that correctly, but how are you? How are you doing? Have you also already done the advent of code for today? Your range doesn't start from a different value, you can just put the maximum. Oh. Well, there we go. First guy was 9 seconds. Yeah, I was looking at that before I got started. I'm like, is this right? Is this year's data? That like somebody finished in like 9 seconds and like even the 100th person finished in 2.5 minutes? Like, what? And here I was worried that there was a half a chance I might actually finish in the top 100. Not a chance. Not a chance. That's okay. I don't do it for the leaderboard. If I was doing it for the leaderboard, I wouldn't be streaming. Partly for spoilers and partly because streaming takes half my brain and only leaves the other half for programming. And I think finishing in 9 seconds requires full brain power. How do you finish in 9 seconds? Like, you can't even read the problem in 9 seconds. Like, do you just have something that just fires off a bunch of answers until you get the right one? Requires understanding both the parts in less than 2 seconds. Yeah, like, what? Anyway, okay, so like 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 minus 5 would be... This would be -3, so as long as I drop the negative, as long as I make it a positive, then okay. Oh, if you make the wrong answers, you have to wait 30... Okay, so there is a time delay, so like... So they legit solved it in 9 seconds? Paste input in ChatGPT, run output? Yeah, maybe. Although, would it even spit something out that fast? Oh my god, why can't I type? And I want this to not be negative. What is the syntax for this? Math dot something. It's like math dot. Oh, it's the thing that I want. Make answer positive. Oh my god. Absolute, that's what I want. There we go. Oh, and then I guess distances. Use that. This is dot append. I could be writing this shorter. I don't care. We're not about that. We don't actually need to store the distances. All we need is total distance. And just add this new number to it. And then we just print total distance. That should be it, right? Well, let's see if it runs. I really gotta clean up my Python pads. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, for the love of... Okay, you know what? I don't like my underscores. I'm removing them. Didn't want to type those anyway. Oh, I didn't... There's still strings. I didn't put them... I didn't make the strings into the integers. Is it just... It's like that, right? That's an answer. Could be right. Let's find out. Hey! Look at that. Okay, continue to part 2. Okay, so we're going to copy. We're gonna paste. We're gonna rename that to part 2. Okay, your analysis only confirmed what everyone feared. The two lists of location IDs are indeed very different. Or are they? The historians can't agree on which group made the mistakes, or how to read most of the chief's handwriting. But in the commotion, you notice an interesting detail. A lot of the location IDs appear in both lists. Maybe the other numbers aren't location IDs at all, but rather misinterpreted handwriting. This time you'll need to figure out exactly how often each number from the left list appears on the right list. Calculate a total similarity score by adding up each number in the left list after multiplying it by the number of times that number appears on the right list. What? Adding up each number in the left list after multiplying it by the number of times it appears in the right list. Okay. So for this example, the first number in the left list is 3. It appears in the right list 3 times. So the similarity score increases by 9 because it's the number 3 and it appears 3 times in the other list, so 9. Okay. Okay. So the fourth number does not appear in... So you would multiply it by 0. Okay. Easy enough. It's been nice discovering a channel. See you tomorrow morning. Yeah. Indeed. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to do this every day, but I'm gonna do it as often as I can. On a regular basis, there's Dwarf Fortress on Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna do as many of these as I can. Probably be short little streams just as long as it takes to do the problem. I already know my schedule is gonna go to shit by the end of the month. It usually goes to shit around the 12th. That's the farthest I've ever gotten. No reason I couldn't go back and do old problems, though. Okay, so for this one... So we still don't list 1, and I guess we don't necessarily need to sort it. List 2, it would be... We can leave that alone, but for list 2, this would actually be more useful to us as a dictionary. And if list 2 tokens 1 is not none, then what we want the value there to increase by 1. Else? We will assign the value 1 to that slot. Decided if this real food goes well, I'm making that harvest loaf cake in the morning. Nice. I made, for our 400th episode tomorrow, I made sourdough chocolate chip cookies, like chocolate chip cookies with sourdough starter. They're so freaking good. Oh my god. I unearthed my sourdough starter from the back of the fridge. I think I haven't looked at it in like a year. I genuinely thought it was going to be a science experiment. But it didn't smell bad. It was completely separated, like it was just alcohol on the top and like very stiff sludge on the bottom, but I mixed it all back together and it looked like starter and it smelled like starter, and so I I have a loaf of sourdough right here because my office is so much warmer than my kitchen. So I've got a loaf of overnight sourdough on the go. Because sourdough's delicious. But then I'm like, I still have all this starter, and before I feed it, you know, what else can I do with it? And made cookies out of it. Okay, there is also some kind of critter that's gotten into the ceiling, and I can hear it. One moment. I'm hoping I can scare it away if I just make noise whenever it starts making noise. Oh, it's bigger than a mouse. I think it's a squirrel or something. I'm vaguely concerned because the entrance to like the roof space is in the closet in this office. So like if it decides to chew on the little door, it could potentially get into my closet where all of my like dresses and costumes and extra yarn stuff is. And I really don't want that. So I don't quite know what to do about that. Okay, so we don't need to sort this anymore. We don't need the difference. We need total similarity. Yeah, there are professionals, but said professionals should be paid for by the landlords who are away. So that's exciting. Okay, so we're going through the list. And okay, so we're gonna get the number, which is gonna be list 1 I. List 2 occurrences is going to be list 2 occurrences is going to be list 2 with the index of num. Python should be smart enough actually, I don't need to convert this to an integer for this one, because I don't have to do... Or do I? Oh, I do, yes. Hang on. I do actually need to do math on it, but Python's smart enough. I think. Potential bug. If Python doesn't recognize this as a string, we'll be in trouble, because it's a string type for list 2. But I've got numbers, or integers in list 1. But it's storing integers, so that should be fine. So then similarity is going to be number times the occurrences. And total similarity, we add in the similarity. I could be doing this in a much shorter fashion, but I don't wanna. Oops. Not part 1. Part 2. Ooh. Key error. Okay. This is not the correct way to check if the key is in the list of keys. Is it like list2 dot keys dot contains? Nope. Oh wait, I remember. Hang on. If tokens 1 is in. Not is in? No, just in. I think that works. Nope. Are you one of the early numbers, is my question? 4094. Okay. Maybe I do need to convert that to a string. Nope. Oh! I'm assuming that I'm going to find this number in here, but that's not necessarily the case. If num is in list2 dot keys, then we want to do that. Else, the similarity is instead going to be 0. Although that actually, we don't even need any of that. We can just not add anything to the similarity if it's not in the list of keys. Well, 0 is not going to be the answer. I'm quite certain. As a debugging statement, we're going to print list2.keys. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of keys in there. But they're all strings. So if I stringify that there... Okay. Let's try that again. I guess we do need to stringify that there. Okay, that seems like a more reasonable number. Let's see if that's the correct number. Yay! I got 2 stars for day 1. Great! Well, that's under stats. Neat. Leaderboard, freaking... Personal times, here we go. My personal leaderboard time. 24 minutes for the first one and 41 for the second. My rank being in the 7,000s. Amazing. Cool. Well, I'm just going to spend a few minutes cleaning this up. Because I want to put this on the interwebs. I want to integerize the tokens there. But perhaps what we want to do is, instead of having to stringify number later, I'm going to integerify these things here, because I believe that will be vaguely more efficient. Doing it when we build the lists. Also, you are not a list anymore. You are now a hash. Now I don't need to string there. Don't need to string there. Oh, is hash a protected word? Can I not call it hash? Oh no, that still seems to work, but oh no, I've gotten different numbers. Uh-oh. That's not the same number that I got up there, and this is the correct number. I have now managed to change how this works. Hash is a built-in function. Okay. Yeah, it's a different color, so I'm gonna you're not a hash, you're a hash too now. Oops. There we go, hash 2 will work. We get the first answer again? Oh, no, I've still broken it. Interesting. Interesting, because we want it to be this number. That was the correct number. Okay, what if we take that off? So this is the other thing we changed. And we stringed it there. And we stringed it here. And then we get the original answer again. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So if we change our hash to have integer keys, we get a completely different answer. But in the current state, it is working. So I'm gonna leave that for now. And I'm going to make this slightly more succinct. If I can copy things properly. Okay, still good. I wonder if there's something about having integer keys instead of string keys. It's just so weird. I'm also going to add this to my snippets, because that's probably a thing I need to do. Hold up. Why is that there? Did I put that there? How long has that been there? Okay. Okay, that my semicolon didn't mess with things. I'm sure I could get this shorter if I really wanted to, but I don't particularly want to. Seems nice and short. I'm good with this. We're going to cool. Well, that's all I wanted to do for today. I guess I'll, my average stream bitrate is too high. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's that. I, don't have anything else. I have socials. There's a Discord. I'm gonna put all my VODs up on YouTube. I'm slowly getting better at that. I've been very good about it this week. I'm slowly working up, working through my backlog of game dev stuff. And I realized I have not been saving my Dwarf Fortress VODs, but I will now. Why is your name red? I don't know. I think that's just the color it randomly picked. I don't know, it's green for me. You haven't done anything wrong. Don't worry. Just a random color choice. Yeah. I don't know. Should we go raid somebody? Let's go do that. Let's go raid somebody. Who have we got? Who's in the same category? Am I following anybody in the same category right now? I am not. Good night. If people have suggestions on who to go raid. Oh, we've got somebody else doing Advent of Code. Let's see. Nope, that's... I don't know how to use this thing. Okay, we got 3 other Advent of Coders. So I'm gonna pick somebody somewhat at random. We're gonna go raid this person, because why not? Anyway, yeah, the socials are in the channel. I regularly stream Dwarf Fortress on Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you're unfamiliar with that one, it's a super micromanagey colony simulator where losing is fun. We died miserably last time, so we'll be starting a new fortress on Friday. Otherwise, it's just gonna be some heckin' random Advent of Code streams whenever I have the time and inclination. Ideally every day, but I make 0 promises. It's very unlikely to happen, and certainly not at midnight every day. That's also not gonna happen. I think that's all I got to say, so yeah, let's go raid this other person. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see everybody next time. Bye, everybody.